Chaos Walking has now hit theaters. This is the story that is all about a young woman who lands on the new world where the men's thoughts are out in the open so they can hear it. However, the twist is the female thoughts cannot be heard. So it makes up for an interesting story. This is starring Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I thought about this film. So let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of Chaos Walking? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I want to know. Smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And let's get into this review of Chaos Walking.
Perfect.
Okay, so Chaos Walking. Now, there has been a lot of stuff behind the scenes of Chaos Walking that made me kind of be a bit questionable when going into this movie. Now, if you guys don't know, there has been reports earlier. This was supposed to come out, I think, in 2019 or something like that, and it got delayed and pushed, not because of COVID, but because apparently it was really, really bad. Yes, you heard me right. They said it was terrible, that they weren't even thinking, they were thinking about not even putting it out. It was that bad, apparently. Now we finally got to see Chaos Walking. Okay, so as you guys know, by that story, I thought this could be pretty bad. Then the trailers dropped and I was like, oh, okay, this is actually interesting. I'm actually quite interested in this. Now I think there is a book based on this as well, so I haven't read the book. I went in completely blind, and I tell you what, I actually enjoyed this film a lot more than I thought I would. Not gonna lie, I actually enjoyed this film quite a lot. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect. However, it's fun, and I really, really did thoroughly enjoy it. Now, the characters, I thought Daisy Ridley's character was a bit undeveloped. I think she could have been developed a bit more. We get a little bit of a backstory and a little bit of what she is and who she is, but they don't really expand upon her character. So we don't know too much about her and some of the stuff that she's gone through in her whole entire life. We just get little snippets here and there, which I was hoping we were going to get a little bit more, but hey, that's what we got. I'm not going to complain too much. However, Tom Holland's character did get a lot of character depth and development. And his character was one that I was really drawn to, that I really was more relating to and feeling emotion towards. And that was also to Tom Holland's performance, which was absolutely fantastic, I thought, as well. He delivered. He was fantastic. Daisy Ridley was good as well. She didn't have the best material to work with her character, but Tom Holland did a fantastic job as well. And I think his character was more flushed out than every character in this film. So you got to see his traumatic past, what he was going through, how he's dealing with things, and then you get a big twist as well that really shows his character as well and really dives into a bit more depth to what is going on and what his character is all about and what has happened in his past, which I thought was really, really good. Now, the villain, I don't really want to spoil it because the trailer doesn't really show you who the villain is, because that's a bit of a twist as well, who the villain is. And I think they could have developed the villain a lot more. I think that was lacking as well. I think the villain was lacking. There's just not enough there for me to really understand why he did what he did and certain things as well. And then the other side characters were very undeveloped as well. So I think that's probably the weakest part of the film, is the characters weren't developed as much. Except for Tom Holland's character. His character was the most developed. The rest of them, I think they kind of put to the sideline a bit more and focused a bit too much on Holland's character. And they could have really dived into Daisy Ridley's character and all these other characters. That could have been interesting as well. Now the story is pretty unique story, but it's also a very generic story in a way as well. It's basically from point A to point B with a mission, and the bad guys are trying to stop them on their journey. That's basically what it is. there's not too much to the story. I'm actually personally would be more interested in this story beforehand. I want to know what happened when they first settled, because the way that they were telling the past and stuff like that seemed a lot more interesting than the actual story we got here. And I would have liked to dive into the past a lot more than the actual story we got here. So that was a bit of a downer as well. But again, I didn't mind the story. I can get with generic stories and that, but overall the story could have been a lot better, and I think they just missed it by not really going into the past. I think the past was a better story that they were telling us than the actual story we got, which is bizarre. But the visuals, it's a stunning film. It looks great. I think the special effects, the visual effects of the actual noise that they are showcasing and showing the imagery and stuff like that was absolutely fantastic. And that looked really, really good, and I really like that. There's also some other elements in the film that I think they didn't really tell us much. You see it in the trailer when the alien grabs Tom Holland. They don't really dive into them. So I don't know what the whole go with them is, but that's it. We only get that scene with them, and then that's it. So I think it seems like they're setting up a sort of a series of films, which I don't know if that was the right way to do it, but it's what they chose, and I think that hurts the film as well. But however, I think it was pretty funny as well. I think having the noise and your actual thoughts out made for some really funny and awesome moments. There is some great moments when Tom Holland's connecting with Daisy Ridley's character, and then all of a sudden it's like a scene happening between them two, but it's actually his thought, and she can see everything that's happening, and it makes for a unique, awkward conversation and also awkward moment that you really feel for. And I think they did that really well with using that and really showing how it can affect one person with the whole noise. It does affect a lot of people, and it just showcases you just how much we really, if our thoughts were really out there, like what people would actually think and how messy it could get. But it did have some great moments, some cool, funny moments. Overall, it's not the best film, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was fun, and it was pretty cool. There is a scene in here as well that, it's pretty heartbreaking. Not gonna lie, it's pretty heartbreaking. And when you guys see the movie, you'll understand exactly what scene I'm talking about, and you're just fuming. And you're just like, yeah, that guy's gotta die. He's gotta go. Get rid of him. But overall, Chaos Walking, not the best, not the worst. It's a pretty average film to me. I liked it. I had fun with it. Is it going to be one that I'm going to constantly rewatch? Probably not. I might rewatch it when it comes out on Blu-ray and that again. But overall, it's probably not going to be anywhere near my top half of films of the year. But it's definitely not going to be down near the bottoms. Could have been better. A lot of potential. Whether or not we're going to get a sequel, I don't know. It seems like it's set up for a sequel or possibly a prequel, and I think the prequel was probably the one that they should have gone with. Had a better story in my opinion. But let me know in the comments below, what did you guys think of Chaos Walking? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Smash that like button. Don't forget to click subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.